He had the caution, so theoretically he should be able to be okay and make it the rest of the distance with the extra laps that we had under that last caution. You can see that Ryan Hunter-Reay is burned out on push to pass. We'll double check that. Marco Andretti has 4 remaining.
Once the push to pass is gone, but he doesn't look like he's going to need it right now. He gets that draft on Marco Andretti. Who will outbrake who? Teammates there again. Marco Andretti does not let him get through. And Ryan Hunter-Reay was smart, didn't push the issue. Might have been a little bit different. It was the very last lap.
Well, we have confirmed he is out of push to pass. There is a maximum of 12. He's used them all. So from here on out, it's up to Ryan Hunter-Reay. What's the latest you're hearing from Ryan's pit, Rick?
Well, think about the extremes that he's gone through. As a result of stalling in the pits, they were at the very back. At one point, they were trying to work on a fuel strategy, but now they've done the same strategy with everybody. Things have cycled through. They're in a much better position as a result. They've given him the green light to go. And as once again, the guy in front of him, they've said, you have the green light to go. Ryan Hunter-Reay, really, no matter what happens today, he knows he comes out a winner because they had that news conference earlier today where they announced that he's going to have sponsorship to go through the rest of the season no matter what happens. And it's not just sponsorship. They're also starting a website called Racing for Cancer. It's a foundation. It's going to be raising money for cancer at the same time. So not only did he get the sponsorship, but he's got a great cause he's going to be racing for the rest of the season. Now he just needs to get the goods and the results.
And his car number's 37. They want 37 people to donate $37,000 each. And guess who stepped up first? Teammate Tony Kanaan. That's pretty cool. 14 laps to go. Will Power, does he break the jinx and become the first pole sitter to win in the IZOD IndyCar Series? Look at the action going on behind before we go to break. Yes, change in position. Franchitti gets around Briscoe. So, we'll keep you posted. This is getting real good. We'll return after this message from our ABC stations. We've got a lot coming up on the motorsports menu. How about the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Chicago? That's Friday night. That's right, Friday, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. A lot of drag racing next week. We'll have NHRA Northwest Nationals. It's qualifying Saturday at 10 Eastern. The finals Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Both those on ESPN2. And then the IZOD IndyCar Series 2 weeks from now will be back on ABC Sunday, July 18th, 12:30 Eastern Time. Back here at Watkins Glen, we have 12 laps remaining. Will Power is in front of Dario Franchitti by 9/10 of a second. It's another full second back to Ryan Briscoe in third. Now, he's got 2 road course wins so far this year. Leads the road course championship points, leads the overall points as well. Here was the first one back at Brazil.
A brand new track for everybody. Everybody's excited to go over there. Will Power, the master of road courses and street circuits. And you see him win here also at St. Petersburg. A lot of road courses on our schedule here over the next few races. Look for him to continue to pad his points lead.
Has not relinquished the road course championship points lead. The overall, of course, Dario Franchitti led after the Texas race. All right, let's talk a little bit about fuel strategy for the rest of this race. Vince, what are you hearing for Power?
Well, Will Power leads Dario Franchitti by a little less than a second, but Dario pitted a lap later than Will, so Power needs to be a little bit more conservative with fuel, although they believe that he's got enough fuel to get to the end, so he doesn't have to be so conservative that he's going to have to back off of it drastically to lose that lead. But also, Dario has 6 push to pass remaining, while Power has just 4. So an extra lap of fuel and 2 extra push to pass. Can it make the difference for Dario Franchitti? We're about to find out.
As we always like to say, stay tuned. Good report. Brings us right up to date on the top 2. Briscoe is losing contact with these 2. You can see the gap. It's widening.
And we heard from Roger Penske that he does not have a fuel issue, so it shouldn't be that he's trying to save fuel. It did look like his car after the last pit stop was maybe not as comfortable for him. Looked like it was a little bit nervous on entry to turn, so maybe he doesn't have the same car underneath him that he had before the pit stop.
Briscoe only has 2 push to pass available. A little bit further back in 4th position is Rafa Matos. He has 5 push to pass. Here he comes into view with Dan Weldon all over him. But Weldon has used them all. Let's get an update on first Matos, Jamie.
Well, Mato's first driver there in the top 4 that has blacks. Now, they still have that telemetry issue, so the team really doesn't know if they are good on fuel or not. Of course, they're just telling their driver, conserve fuel right now. And as you said, he does have 5 push-to passes left, so you have to keep your eye on that too. Rick?
You know, for Dan Weldon, it's really been kind of a rough weekend. During qualifying, they did not get the qualifying they wanted because they had a bolt that sheared off in the steering unit. As a result, the car was towing in, creating too much drag. He couldn't figure out why he couldn't get any top-end speed, even though they had it set out with the wings to give him that top-end speed. They were able to fix that last night. They were very confident going in today that he could move up, and as has been shown, he's doing well. By the way, if you take a look at that helmet he's wearing, that was actually designed by a child at St. Vincent's Children's Hospital in Indiana. Every year around Indy time, he goes to the hospital, has a child, makes some designs, and he's wearing that design on his helmet. You see the top of it right there, designed by one of the kids at St. Vincent's Hospital. Marty?
Great story. Thanks, Rick, for sharing it with everybody. As you take a look at the race leader, Will Power. He is continuing now to lead Dario Franchitti by 1.1 seconds. The owner of that number 10 car is Chip Ganassi. He's with Vince.
Chip, 5 push-to-pass available for Dario, 4 for Will. You've got an extra lap of fuel. Enough laps left to catch him?
I think so, Vince. You know, it's what we're doing the same thing, counting the fuel, counting the laps, counting the buttons left. You know, it's going to be a good race to the end, I can tell you.
Dario charging, guys. That lap for Will Power, that lead for Will Power, right at a second.
All right, thanks, Vince. And we've had a total of 4 different leaders, 5 lead changes. Will we have one more before the end of this race? Here's our Firestone lap leaders. Powers led the most, 35. Scott Dixon, Ryan Briscoe, and Dario Franchitti. We'll go side by side as the laps wind down. 10 to go here at the Glen.
Fresh-cooked Applewood smoked bacon, falling in love over and over and over. Because now there's 3 ways to fall: the Bacon Deluxe, the Bacon in Blue, and the Baconator. You know when it's real.
Ever feel like it's just better to blend in and go with the flow? Neither do we. The Mitsubishi Lancer, with twin paddle shifters to reignite your passion for driving. Lancer is backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty that beats Mazda 3, Honda Civic, and Toyota Corolla today and for years to come. This 4th of July weekend, get 0% financing for 60 months on the Mitsubishi of your choice. See your Mitsubishi dealer today, because this offer ends July 6th.
Summertime is Frosty time. For just 99 cents, treat yourself to a real original. Wendy's Frosty is made with fresh cream of 100% real cocoa. It's the original. Creamy, cool, classic. Now only 99 cents, and only at Wendy's.
At Iowa Speedway, Sebastian Saavedra starting on the pole.
Sebastian Saavedra got a great jump. Car into the wall, and that is Charlie Kimball.
Sebastian has to deal with this lap traffic in front of him, and here comes Martin Plowman and J.K. Vernet.
Saavedra makes a move to the bottom side of Clark. Plowman is right there with him. Clark's going to move right in front of the 27 machine of Martin Plowman, cut him off. Now Plowman gets to the low side. Ryan Herta and Sebastian Saavedra will roll into victory lane here at Iowa Speedway.
IndyCar Nation, why aren't you a member yet?
Follow me behind the scenes.
Free timing and scoring. Free live video streaming. New and improved member benefits. Why aren't you a member yet?
Visit IndyCar.com. Enjoy IndyCar Nation today.
ESPN Sunday and Monday Night Baseball coming up. First, we've got the Angels hosting the Royals. It's a week out from the beginning of the All-Star weekend. It's on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball at 8 Eastern. Then on ESPN's Monday Night Baseball at 7 Eastern, it is the Braves and the Phillies. Both games available on ESPN3.com. You saw on Side by Side the pass by Scott Dixon around Marco Andretti. That put Dixon into